How are you good people doing? Welcome to the channel. I am Ty Smith and you're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man, in which I'm greatly appreciative of. Make sure you guys are following on the platforms that y'all know that I am on. X, Instagram, Rumble. Yeah, and what's the other one? TikTok. Yeah, I'm on all of those as Modern Renaissance Man, but on X, I'm on there as The Real Ty Smith. Anyway, make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up. That way content like this can stay consistently recommended to you. And yes, I am on often conferences, ladies and gentlemen. That's why y'all don't see me in my studio, all right? Appreciate you. Don't forget to go check out my other channel that's called Man, Husband, Father as well. Again, my other YouTube channel is called Man, Husband, Father. I would appreciate it if you guys would go over there and check that channel out. All right, I'm going to just go ahead and get right on into this so I don't waste any of you guys' time. So if y'all don't know, Riley Gaines and Simone Biles are beefing. And unfortunately, this is not good in the sense of you would think that women would be supporting keeping men out of women's sports. So I don't know if y'all know this, Riley Gaines became famous because she was beat by a male in swimming. And she is advocating for women in the sense that she does not want women to have to compete with men. So Riley Gaines goes onto Twitter and she makes a comment about a male pitcher killing them in women's softball. And Riley Gaines says this. She says, comments off. She posted this on there. She says, to be expected when your star player is a boy. That's what she said. Says, now, Simone Biles, and she's an outspoken campaigner for mental health throughout her career, quickly criticized Gaines' comments on social media. So before I even get into that, don't y'all find it ironic that Simone Biles is supposed to be this outspoken person for those that have mental illness, and it's obvious that a man who thinks he is a woman, who dresses up like a woman and wants to go into women's bathroom and women's spaces and tell women how much of a woman that he is, y'all know where I'm getting at with that. Anyway, man, Simone Biles, why'd you have to do this? Simone Biles had the nerve to say to Riley Gaines, says, you're truly sick. All of this campaigning because you lost a race. Simone Biles, you are so, and I love you. I love what you have done in the Olympics. You are absolutely in a league of your own. You are pulling off flips that no woman has ever done. You are a 100% complete legend, Simone Biles, you are. But you are completely out of pocket for this one. You start your sentence off by saying you're truly sick. You tell Riley Gaines she's sick. Y'all, make it make sense. A man dressing up like a woman want to be in women's sports and dominating women in women's sports. But Riley Gaines, who don't want men in women's sports, Riley Gaines is a sick one. She called Riley Gaines a straight up sore loser. Said you should be uplifting the trans community and perhaps finding a way to make sports inclusive or creating a new avenue where trans feel safe in sports. Biles continued. She said, instead, you bully them. One thing for sure is no one in sports is safe with you around. Riley Gaines, I 100% support you in this one. Simone Biles, you have completely lost your mind. You completely lost your mind. Simone Biles, you can say all that because there was no men in your sport. Let men get in and go at it with you on the floor routine. And of course, because of physiology, you don't see men doing the beams like you guys are doing. Matter of fact, Riley Gaines, let me see you get up there and do an iron cross. You probably could. But no, let me see you get up there and get in the Olympics and compete with some of these men. Now, what's crazy is that someone like Simone Biles, who is in a league of her own, completely legendary, I wish you would have took some shape, form, or fashion of taking time to look at legends in their own league. For example, Michael Jordan. Do you see Michael Jordan getting involved, and especially with something like this? I did not think that Simone Biles would throw herself in a mix like this and be completely with the ridiculous woke stuff. I never thought that. Now it's a good chance, should she compete in the 2028 Olympics and we not forget about this, it's a good chance, Simone Biles, you might get booed. You just might get booed. And I'm telling you right now, for something like this, is absolutely ridiculous. You know good and well that you women cannot compete with men in these sports like this. And then to call her a sore loser because she lost to a man. That's not a sore loser. She's not a sore loser. She's a victorious loser, because no woman should be competing against a man in a sport like this, and none of them. Anyway, Raleigh Gaines responded and said to Biles, follow a post saying, she said, 7-time gold medalist stance on transgender athletes was so disappointing, and labeled her a male apologist at the expense of a young girl's dream. The former swimmer insinuated that Biles should participate in men's gymnastics due to her viewpoints. She said maybe she could compete in pommel horse and the rings in 2028, Gaines said. Yeah, Simone, let's see you do that. Gaines also brought up Larry Nassar, a former national team doctor who sexually abused multiple U.S. gymnasts, including Biles, under the guise of medical treatment. All the horrific sexual abuse that Simone Biles witnessed and spoke out against, caused by one man, yet believes women should be forced to strip naked in front of men and validate the man's feelings. You know how many gold medals you have if you are inclusive? Dream came true. 0, she wrote. And I am in 100% agreement with Raleigh Gaines on this. So guys, if y'all don't know about this, they had a sports medicine doctor, Raleigh Gaines, along with some of those other girls that was in the Olympic team. I think that was 2020, I want to say. They all came out, and this doctor is now serving like life terms in prison because of the sexual abuse he did to these girls while he was examining them, Simone Biles being one of them. So they did all this talking about how much they have fear and how much they're scared. And now when they have this, and it can affect their relationships with the men. And now whenever they get examined by other doctors, and then sometimes, if they're in the locker room and the coach even yells out and say, hey, are you ladies dressed? They sometimes even have a little bit of post-traumatic stress disorder from what the doctor did to them. They present themselves, not saying that they're not, as people who have been sexually assaulted, people who have been the R word, rhymes with ape, R in front of it. Yes, you too don't like when you say things like that. They compare themselves to victims of situations like that, right? These are things that they said they had to deal with. And now they got to have therapy for their mental illness and what was done to them in that sexual assaulting way, right? But you are out here advocating for men to be in women's spaces like that, knowing that Raleigh Gaines let folks know that Leah Thompson, the male with long hair and still got all his parts, his elongated clitoris, y'all don't get it, and his external ovaries, he was being butt naked in front of these girls with all his parts showing. And then for him to turn around and say that he identifies as a female, but he's attracted to females, which makes him a lesbian. So for him to walk around butt naked and seeing the girls butt naked in the locker room, you would think someone like Simone Biles would completely understand it, but then to turn around and call her so loser. So any girl out there right now, to me, in my opinion, any female out there right now who is competing against males and you are getting beat, Simone Biles is pretty much saying you need to suck it up, buttercup, and you're nothing more than a sore loser who is complaining, and you need to support these men getting into you women's spaces and completely dominating you guys. Y'all, this is some ridiculous stuff right here. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this by putting it in the comment section after this video. I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, praying every last one of you guys in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.